Welcome to San Francisco. We're gathered to talk about two powerful platforms, OS X and iOS. Now, you're also going to see the mother of all releases for developers. It's a huge release, and it's so huge that we've dedicated an entire section of the presentation just for this. So let's get started with OS X and the Mac. And today, to talk about the future of OS X, I'd like to invite my colleague, Craig Federighi, to tell us all about it. Craig?
Good morning. OS X Oxnard. Rancho Cucamonga. At OS X Weed. Now, on what then was a somewhat more circuitous path that took them ultimately to a place that embodies the beauty and power of OS X, we discovered OS X Yosemite. We refined the toolbars and the window materials and the window constructions. And if you look at the window title bar, you'll see how the use of translucent materials gives you a sense of place as you scroll your content. And check out these beautifully crafted new icons, so clean and yet so fundamentally still Mac. And check out that trash can. That is a gorgeous trash can. All in all, they come together for a gorgeous and more usable version of OS X, the best ever. Now, Notification Center on OS X, of course, adopts the dark, translucent material and precise type of Yosemite. It also now, most importantly, has a new Today view. So you get an at-a-glance look at your calendar, your reminders, weather, and more. Next up, Spotlight. And Yosemite, it is a great new interface. So when you click on the magnifying glass up in the toolbar, you get a big field right in the middle of the display. And if you just type a few characters, you can launch an app just like that. Or type the name of a document, and you get great search results and an inline preview. It's really awesome. Type a few characters in, like Yosemite, you can get news feed, information from Wikipedia, and even maps, all at your fingertips. iCloud Drive. Now, okay, intriguing. So, we all know that documents in the cloud provides a really convenient way for working with an app that works across all platforms, working on that same document. But now, with iCloud Drive, your Mac, in addition to let you work on those within the document, has all of those folders right accessible inside of Finder. And in addition to those apps that are local to your Mac, you can get at content from apps that you don't have on your Mac, so get at contents from iOS documents. But even better, you can store all of your own files of any sort and organize them however you wish with folders and tags, and they're synchronized automatically across all your Macs. And all of this content is also accessible from your iOS devices via the iCloud document picker right in-app. And what the heck, we're throwing in Windows too. Next up, Mail, which is these days we so often want to send large attachments, whether it's videos or large sets of photos, and we end up hitting one of these, a message saying that our recipient's mail server can't take those large attachments. You can elect to have the attachments sent encrypted and securely via iCloud, separate from the message, and it rendezvous on the receiving end. So if your recipient has a Mac, they get it just like before. And if they have another client, they get a link to securely download those attachments. And those attachments can be up to 5 gigs in size. That's MailDrop. So next, markup. Have you ever been working on an email message and you realize that if you could just maybe circle something or write something on the message, maybe doodle a little something, you could get your point across so much more clearly? Well, now with markup you can. It burns right back in to your mail message. And it even works with PDFs. So if you need to, for instance, sign a PDF, you can now do that with your iSight camera or even drawing your signature right on the trackpad. And it goes right into the email message, and you can send it on its way. It's going to be super handy. So now at Apple, we believe you should be able to use the right device for the moment. Maybe your phone when you're on the go. Your iPad when you want to kick back on the couch. Or maybe your Mac when you're trying to get some work done. But we also want the transitions between these moments to be absolutely as natural and seamless as possible. Now, our continuity features start with something simple, and that's AirDrop, because now AirDrop works between iOS and the Mac. But now we have something where we really take it to the next level, and it's called handoff. So it turns out now that when you're working on your Mac, your devices around you in proximity are aware of each other and are aware of what you're up to. And so if you want to pick up where you left off on your Mac, on your iPad, well, your iPad is prompting you right in the lower left of the screen. Just swipe up, and you can pick up working on what you're working on your Mac right on your iPad. This works in the other direction as well. So let's say you're composing an email on your phone, and you walk up to your Mac. Well, your Mac will notice what you're doing and prompt you right on the dock. You click it, and you can pick up finishing that message right on your Mac. Now, we all love iMessage. We can continue our conversation seamlessly from device to device. But then we have these green bubble friends. And you know, they have inferior devices, and they insist on sending us messages, and we don't want to hold it against them. But the problem is that those messages don't show up on our other devices. Until now. Because now, your phone is able to act as a relay to automatically and transparently send your messages between devices. Now, believe it or not, we're able to do the same thing with phone calls. So now, when you receive a phone call, your Mac gives you caller ID. And you can even accept the call and use your Mac as a speakerphone. So Yosemite, a beautiful new design with Notification Center with the new Today view and customizable widgets, Spotlight with fast search and access to all kinds of great sources of information on the internet, a new iCloud Drive, Mail with great new features, Safari, faster and more elegant than ever, and of course, continuity. It's a wonderful new release, Yosemite. And it's available to you developers here today.
Next up is iOS.
I missed you guys. So let's talk about iOS 8. Now, iOS 8, of course, builds on the design of iOS 7 with enhancements for both iPhone and iPad. And let's start with the phone. Now, in iOS 8, we've refined Notification Center. But what I really love are our new interactive notifications. So now, if you get a message like this, just pull down, and you can reply from right where you are. You don't have to leave the app you're in. And this works for all kinds of notifications. If you get a calendar event, for instance, just pull down and respond. And it works on the lock screen. So you can just swipe across on the lock screen, you get those action buttons tap, and you've dealt with it right there. Now, in iOS 7, we gave you quick double-tap access to get at your most recent apps. Well, now, you can also use that same double tap to get at the people you communicate with most frequently. It's really handy. And in iOS 7, we introduced this great tab view in Safari. Well, we're bringing a great tab view to iPad as well with this bird's eye view of all of your tabs. And Safari also picks up the sidebar that we love in Yosemite with access to your bookmarks, your reading list, and your shared links. Now, we've made managing your mail easier than ever before. So now if you're reading a message and you want to remember to get back to it, so you're going to mark it unread, we can do that with just a single gesture. And if you want to flag a message, you can just pull across. There's a flag option. But if you pull all the way across, you can delete with just a gesture. But the piece I love the best is what we've done with composing messages. Have you ever found yourself composing an email, and then you really wished like you could get at something else in your inbox, maybe for that reply? Well, now you can. Just swipe that message down, and you have access to the rest of your mail. QuickType. In iOS 8, QuickType supports predictive typing suggestions. So as you type, you get suggestions for the next words you might want to type, and you can tap things out faster than ever before. And it's incredibly smart. So it's context sensitive. For instance, in messages, if someone asks you, do you want to go for dinner or a movie? It's going to suggest dinner or a movie. Now, QuickType has great language models for all of these languages. So I think we're all going to be typing a whole lot faster. Next, of course, continuity. You get all the great continuity features. So now, on your iPad, you can pick up where you left off. On your iPhone, you can set up an instant hotspot with no configuration on your iPad. You can receive your messages on your iPad. And when you receive a call from someone going like this, you can pick it up right on your iPad. It's really great. And that's continuity. Next up, Messages. So Messages is the most frequently used app on iOS. And in iOS 8, it's better than ever. So when it comes to group messaging, we have some great enhancements. You can now name your threads. You can add or remove people from a conversation underway. And if you've ever been on one of those noisy threads that just keeps buzzing in your pocket, well, you can do not disturb on a per thread level, and you can choose when to leave the thread. This is pretty important. Now, you also can share your location with people in a conversation, and if they've shared their location with you, you can see it from right inside Messages. And you also have a really great at-a-glance view of all of the pictures and attachments that are shared on any thread. But one feature that I really love is our new Tap to Talk. You just hold your finger down on the microphone button, and then you can just swipe up with your finger when you're done talking and send what you said. And it's really great for video messaging as well. So, of course, iCloud documents work great across a single app on your iOS devices. But now, with iCloud Drive, you also have a great way to work across applications. So say you're in an app here, like Sketchbook. You can bring up your iCloud Drive panel and open documents directly from other applications, like a compatible document inside of Goodreader. And when you open it up and in that document, in that application, and edit it, those edits are saved right back to their original location, so you don't end up with all of these different versions and copy problems. Now, of course, you also have access to all of those documents on your Mac and on Windows as well. So that's iCloud Drive. Health. Woo. So developers have created a vast array of healthcare devices and accompanying applications. Everything from monitoring your activity level, to your heart rate, to your weight, and chronic medical conditions like high blood pressure and diabetes. But up to now, the information gathered by those applications lives in silos. You can't get a single comprehensive picture of your health situation. But now you can with HealthKit. HealthKit provides a single place that applications can contribute to a composite profile of your activity and health. And HealthKit comes with a corresponding application, Health. And with Health, you can monitor all of your metrics that you're most interested in your activity. Next up, family sharing. It's the easy way to share what's important. And once you've set up your family as a family unit, you automatically get to share photos with a shared photo stream, to share calendars with your family, to share a shared reminder list, and to automatically configure things like, with permission, find my friends, and find your kids' devices, which is something I do about every other day. It's really handy. Now, of course, we're also used to, in the home, sharing physical media. But increasingly, our media is in the form of songs from iTunes, movies, books, and apps. Well, now, with family sharing, you can get it not just your purchases, but the purchases of all the members of your family. And this is for up to 6 family members who all share the same credit card. And it works great for kids as well. And not just because they can make purchases on your credit card, but in fact, because when they do make a purchase, they get prompted to ask you for permission. And you automatically get messaged on your device. And that's family sharing.
I hope everyone has a huge conference. Enjoy the week. Thank you very much.